Hey, what's going on, everyone? Christian from Radius, and today I am answering another question that gets asked all the time, and that is, what are the fees and closing costs associated with getting a mortgage? This is part of the top, I think it was the top 10 questions Googled by potential home buyers in 2022, and I believe this was the number 4 question. So essentially, what it did was kind of break it up into 3 different sections, right? So you've got your lending related costs, you've got your property related costs, and then you've got your attorney related costs. Now, this is just kind of just skimming the surface on the closing costs and fees and stuff like that associated with getting a mortgage, but these are the big ticket items. So let's jump right into it. All right, first off, we have lending related costs, right? So number one on the list is a loan origination fee, right? So a lot of lenders are going to charge you a loan origination fee. That's essentially a fee, to get the process started from pre-approval all the way to closing. Some people call it an underwriting fee, but it's basically the loan origination fee is what it costs to get the loan, right? To pay the underwriters, to pay the loan officers, processors, everything like that, kind of to pay everyone at that lending institution, right? So think about a loan origination fee like that. There could be another one called an application fee. They could put this on top of the loan origination fee. I know at Radius, we charge an application fee, but the application fee is actually your appraisal and your credit, right? And your credit report fee. So jumping into those two, so there's an appraisal fee, which basically, just like it sounds, if you are buying a home and you are getting a mortgage, we're going to be required to conduct an appraisal of the property that you're buying, and we have to pay the appraiser. So that's what the appraisal fee is for. All right, credit report fee, again, very straightforward. This is just a fee to reach out to the 3 different credit bureaus and get a copy of your credit report. And then these last two, escrow establishment, right? So with an escrow account, a lot of times you're going to need your escrow basically pays your real estate taxes and your homeowner's insurance, right? Now, in order to get that escrow account started, you're most likely going to have to pay a year's worth of homeowner's insurance up front and then a couple months worth of real estate taxes in order to get that escrow account established so that the mortgage servicer can then pay your taxes and your insurance every quarter or every year. And then last here is prepaid interest. So think about it like this. Mortgages are paid in arrears. If you don't know what that means, I've got another video on it. But long story short, let's say you're closing on the 15th of the month, right? So essentially, you've got to pay prepaid interest from the 15th of the month when you actually buy the home all the way to the end of the month. And that's just going to be interest only. All right, next up here, we have attorney-related costs. I just put 3 of them on here. Again, these are the big 3 ones. But a title search. So when you're closing on a home or when you're buying a home, the attorney is going to do a title search, right? Long story short, he or she will search that particular property that you're buying and make sure that no one else has any liens on that property, right? So they just want to make sure that there's not a random contractor out there or random company that has put a lien on the property that you're buying, right? So that's essentially a title search. Next up here is title insurance. And title insurance essentially protects both you and the homeowner and protects us as the lender against any potential claims or anything like that a third party might try and claim against your property, right? So that's essentially title insurance. Just think of it that it protects us, the lender, because we don't want anyone with a disputed claim against the property, and it also helps you as the homeowner. And then recording fees, again, kind of straightforward, but the attorney is going to need to record the mortgage with the Registry of Deeds, and those are just the fees associated with recording that mortgage, right? All right, last here, property-related costs. So 2 big ones. Home inspection is number 1. Of course, I shot a previous video on home inspections, but home inspections are not required by us, the lender, but it's generally a good idea to get a home inspection, especially if you are a first-time home buyer. And that's something you're going to have to pay for out of pocket prior to starting the mortgage process, right? And then the next one up here, earnest money deposit, right? If you ever hear the acronym EMD, that stands for earnest money deposit. And basically, when you submit an offer to buy a piece of real estate, a lot of times you're going to have to submit a check along with that offer, right? And then hopefully, if the sellers accept your offer and you move to the purchase and sale, then you'll submit another check along with the purchase and sale, right? Those two checks that you, the homeowner, give, those are what's called earnest money deposits. And essentially that money basically lets the seller know that, you know, you're the real deal, you mean business, you've got skin in the game, right? Now, this is important to realize. That earnest money deposit that you give with the offer and the purchase and sale, that's not just a check to the seller, right? So essentially the attorney will keep that in an account. And then when it comes to you finally closing on the home, whatever money you gave as an earnest money deposit, that will be subtracted from your closing costs and your down payment or your down payment, right? So it's not like you're giving the seller free money. The earnest money deposit is basically just for the attorney to hold, for the seller to know that you have skin in the game. All right, so I hope that helped. What are the fees and closing costs associated with getting a mortgage? Again, I just want to divide it up into 3 different groups: lending, attorney, and property related, and then kind of hit on the big ticket items from each of those categories. I hope this helped. Any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. And of course, I need more video ideas, so I'd love if you could hit me up with some more video ideas and questions that you guys need answered. Other than that, have a good one, and I'll see you.